check it out, man. Being honest, man. We were bred just like you see animals, and you know what I mean. The best stock. You know what I mean. You don't think that we are? We are the best stock. You know what I mean? Like, not saying we as in all of us, but the people who are the best stock, they know, you know what I mean, where they come from. Like if they came from, trust fund babies, people who had land, who own businesses, etc. Then you got the other stock of people who just every race of them come from food stamps, and like nobody they ever knew was successful. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the two different mindsets of people who are being bred on each color, form, or race. You know what I mean? But certain countries, right? Certain race of people are bred a certain way, so they not even going to experience 90%, like 98% of what the other people going through, because their whole community live a certain way. They ain't free to do this and that, etc. And you can go across the world. You got to travel. You understand what I'm saying? Well, people understand what I'm saying. I ain't trying to be all that tell you, but just being direct at this time is something I want to come at y'all with for a little, put your open game. Like, don't think everybody they tricking y'all and these different religions and you look at it. That's why they say they know the fruit from the tree from the fruit for what you come from, what it bear. You know what I mean? You know the fruit from which it come from. Like the apple tree, it's an orange tree. You understand what I'm saying? When you bite into it, then it might not be right. Cause I done got into some fruits, and then when you open them, you're like, what the freak is this? It's all you know what I mean? Like something done got into it. Like fruits can get infected too. You understand what I'm saying? Or they can get their body snatched too. You know what I mean? You gonna open it up and it's like, hold up, man. It's like on the outside look, they're pure. Like you don't see no opening or how the inside could have been rotten. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you can actually look at a fruit, you can feel it, touch it. You know what I mean? Anybody, ain't got to be nobody cooking or none of that stuff. You know what I mean? Just anybody who's familiar with food, period. They eat it every day. So majority of everybody in the world familiar with what they eat. You know what I mean? To the point of preparing it. But you can actually touch a fruit and determine, shake it, hear it, smell it, and it determines coloration. All that determines on up that food ready to rock. You understand what I'm saying? But just like with people, they can look good on the outside, man, but toe up on the inside. Because of how they was bred. Everybody ain't. That's why people be sick. It ain't that person bad or something wrong with it. Look at it when you actually have a little anybody raise any pets, dogs, any kind of little cats. It don't matter, gerbil, rats, I don't know, whatever the hell you raise. But if you can fish, you know what I mean. You can see where something went wrong. If you're actually paying attention to your litter and okay, this litter gonna be good because of the environment was good. You know what I mean? Everything that's surrounding. That's why it's good to have kids in a good environment, because mama being rough and wrangled and beat up by her baby daddy and yelled and screamed dad and all this different stuff, which ain't gonna happen to that baby. And that's why I see we all are connected to a way to the mother, how great she is, right? And you talking about we don't know, men don't know women. Men came from women. How the hell we don't know them? We was walking in. Where you think we got our emotions from? We didn't get it from our daddy. When you come out here and learn from him, but you get your emotions straight from your mama, bruh. Each individual that been on this planet, everybody came from a woman. So we have that in us, boy. And girls, women, children. You understand what I'm saying? And I keep remembering, forgetting about that passion and that love and that connection that we had with that woman. And we'll always have the understanding of a woman that we go back to that. But it's to the point of confusion of how we deal with one another, how society has us to deal with one another. Once you level up to a husband and a son and etc. All these titles that they give, and then they give, adjectives to these titles. And if you don't, man up to these titles or woman up to these titles, then they disrespect you and talk trash about you and talk down on you and stuff. You know what I mean? And then everything that you ever learned came from somebody else's mindset. And then there's people that's more powerful and more tuned to reality than you can imagine, tuned to the world in so many ways, where you think that you know what the hell going on. You don't know. You don't know nothing, man. If you really look at it, man, we think we knowing this and knowing that. Man, check this out. Well, we like a dot. You have a blow in the wind, a snot on a piece of rug, or blow it out your nose. Like, somebody gonna step on it, and it's gonna be forgotten, just like that, bro. A memory, a stain. You know what I mean? Like a big galaxy universe, and you worry, man, you better just enjoy your time. It's just like enjoying a long sunset, bro. For real, bro. A sunrise and a sunset. That's all you enjoying right now. They long. The same planet keep happening over and over again in time. So it's like people done figured out and probably came back 100 times. They know how to come back. What you think the Matrix is, bro? And being injected, coming in and out. Somebody found out something, because the secret, it ain't what y'all think. And that's what they wanted from when they said Christ, he rose and he came back from the dead and this and that. What you think that's they speaking over your head, but then speaking right directly to you, bro. If you get what I'm saying, man. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you something. Like, I ain't even trying to explain myself, because if you don't know, then you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But they say what's understood don't need to be explained. So I said it too much, but y'all overrode it. Y'all didn't see what them people was doing, and that don't mean what it meant. And that whole situation means something else. And y'all better do y'all research. Y'all still on the surface of that Christ-like and then Jesus coming back, and that thing was a code. It's bigger than what y'all think. It's Proverbs, bro. It ain't speaking directly as a man walking and doing all that stuff, because you know that none of that stuff possible, bro. And one thing that what I know this is that no matter how you beef him up and make him a superhuman, no human on this planet you can imagine of being that kind of person. And that's how you defeat, the elements and things of that nature. But you ain't never seen nobody get shot in their wrist and they can write again, like the next day or 3 days afterwards. Get shot in their wrist. I'm talking about with a gunshot wound. Anybody getting treated, and nobody came in and said, okay, they treated his wounds. You know what I mean? Like some magical stuff just happened off the rip. Like, in reality, man, I done been in certain situations, not even to the point of him worse than I had to get treated in so many ways. Who had to put me to sleep and stuff to that match. And you know what I mean? This dude done got put to sleep in so many ways. It's just look at the option. It ain't speaking about no man, bro. It's speaking about a whole way of life. But y'all ain't peeped that. So y'all caught up in this cycle that keep happening some 66,000 years ago literature that was for the time it was for. And y'all think this stuff for to work this time of day and night. Nah, man. Y'all caught up. And like, I'm back on point. On that point is, this man got hit in his... I got a glass broken. I was at work, and a glass broken hit my, that's the Hercules. What you call it? And right now to this day, that's been about 2-3 months ago. And my still hurt. Like, once you hit that thing, it's over with. Even that's why you look at the medical thing when you go to the NBA. And you know what I'm saying? When people get certain stuff tore out their legs and they just get where I'm coming from now. You get certain injuries in your leg. So what you got in the foot? Man, you can't walk around on that, boy. Being talking about a real pearl code, you can soup them up how you want, but I do. And one of you people like they said they did Jesus, boy, that boy is not getting out no tune walking around, man. Y'all, that went over y'all head. Y'all just let a person soup y'all up. Ooh, Superman. Ooh, Superman. Some old superhero. Man, come on, man. That crap. If you look at it, just like any other story they ever told you before then, any nursery rhyme, all that stuff fit in the same category, bro. Ain't nothing no greater than Hercules or Zeus. That's all the same stories, bro. This ain't nothing greater, bro. Ain't nothing greater, man. You can't tell me this story, his story, and we read it and you really look at it, it ain't great at all, bro. He ain't defeat nobody, murder, kill nobody. He ain't did nothing. Just floated through here, pew, like a fairy. And then everything wings up, like that's what that stands. Y'all even must peep that era, bro. The man got flipped up in both of his wrists. Or his hands. Bruh, I got stabbed in mine, but you know you lose all function. I don't give a hell y'all telling me, because that's God. That's the trick. Just say it's God so that you can get away with be willing your ass off of stuff naturally that can't happen in reality, bro. It's only can happen in a book. It ain't happening in this real, boy. Let me stab you in your hand with a knife. And I guarantee you might lose you're gonna lose all functions. You're gonna lose but your nerve, you're gonna lose functions, bro. You ain't gonna be able to move your fingers. Or something gonna happen, man. You gonna hit a nerve with something. He ain't like he made him different than everybody else. Where you can stab him and nothing ain't gonna happen. He ain't gonna bleed or nothing. If he became a human, boy, he's subject to anything can happen human. So from that way, how they gonna trick y'all like that? That's all of a sudden he came out some tomb. This man got stabbed in both of his hands. I got stabbed in my hand, and on top of I'm talking about my hand was messed up. I didn't even go through it, none of that. It just bammed me. I got hit with a nail in my hand, a knife, and I hit a nerve right here on the top of my stuff, boy. And man, oh man. So all that, and then my foot, when I was a jit. This is all the stuff that I remember about, because I was brainwashed that way about, if I was to be crucified like Jesus, wherever I would be able to take the pain or be able to function after the fact. Man, listen here, man. Car accidents, all this shit, boy. You ain't coming you can come out of some stuff scathed because you ain't, the elements around protected you and all that there, but you getting penetrated, and then you see how big, man, come on, bro. He ain't get no little nail, like some little screw, a 2-3 inch nail. Man, this man, some stuff down there, 12 inches long, you know what I mean, sticking inside your body, bro. Man, you ain't gonna be, man, nah, bro, you ain't finna bewilder me like that, bro. When you look at all the story, you gotta question, it means something, but it ain't meaning what they saying it is. So if you don't come from that, like you growed up in the middle of time, bro. So if you was born in the middle of time, like you ain't was born when that stuff happens, where you could actually give credibility about what somebody said, what happened, and you just believing it because somebody said something that got you caught up in some crap. Get the fuck out of here, man. Excuse my language, but that's just how I feel, bro. You understand? You was born in the middle of time and somebody told you, okay, before you was here, this nigga was the man and this is your God and blah, 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 and everybody feeding off of this information. But the people who actually put you in a certain position, they telling you this stuff, but they got you in a certain position. So he's like, damn, what happened going on here? So then they give you the story about Esau and all that stuff, so they can tell you, yeah, you slave, nigga, you put to work for us, that's why, God made it like that done. Once you take the curse, it's just like witchcraft, bro. You know what I mean? Like some of that stuff, you can't help it when they get you in their circle. Yeah, they done got a piece of your hair and all this other extra and garments and stuff you done sweated and da-da-da. They can play with you like that. That's some spiritual stuff, man. But I'm like, straight off rip, not even much taking the oath or even much accepting that. Yeah, you can't be bound to it, bro. That's just general, universal law. You know what I mean? That's universal, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with me and what nobody said. Because it's about sounds and vibration. People ain't understanding this. Everything is being created. How it's floating, it's levitating in the air, it's sitting and it's standing where it's at. Everything materialized was once a thought. You know what I'm saying? So how do a thought materialize into this reality? If a person don't know its surroundings, and none of this stuff can come to pass, bro. Why you think people be stuck with ideas? They die with it. They scared to share to get to somebody who gonna actually use it and work it. Who else got the money, the finances to bring this stuff to reality? You want to be stuck and stay, oh man, I want to be famous, and then man, you better get that crap up, write it down, give it away. Get it somebody, get it to a kid, somebody, you know what I mean? 'Cause somebody, you really trying to help this situation though. But yeah, man, I had to come in and just get on, man, and like, it's an illusion on all calls, bro. And like on the breed, and that's why I'm telling you about the bread. That's where the bread came from. And then you got to remember back in the times who really ran everything. The government was the priest. You think because they separated in your face, if something that's separated don't mean that it ain't working together. That means that you can't put it together. Anything you cut in half, you can go and seal it right back and make it one. You still gonna see the half, but it's still working in the people understand. I already who don't, they won't. You know, I just go. You know, understand what I'm saying? Because I be giving out too much, bro. It's a wake up call, and people say I'm woke, this and that. I mean, hey man, it's different levels of being woke, because you're gonna have to keep waking up, bro. Ain't no just you just woke and you woke, because it's just like a dream within a dream within a dream within a dream. And the only people who can understand me, that's why you have these types of value systems in your spirit, that you might be in a dream. You done went to sleep in the dream. You woke up in the dream and you still in the dream. But you still gotta wake up to this reality. You understand what I'm saying? When I'm trying to tell you something, man. This thing deep. It's deeper than whatever you can think of, bro. How deep. When they say the rabbit hole goes so deep, because it's you at the end of the day creating all this your surroundings around you. You be thinking, oh God, no man, this thing ain't the physical, it's the mental. It's just that you was so strong and you got so weak and dense. When you get back in tune with yourself, then you can see all this stuff coming about and how it created this within it, what created itself. Because you can look at it, how God created itself, how He created Himself. Had it been a thought, had it been in a state of being, it wasn't like all this stuff was that He had to create. So that means that it was substance. And you ain't making nothing from nothing, period. It's just like if I'm taking only, you think that's not here. This stuff is in the atmosphere. You ain't never just because you can't see it, that don't mean it ain't there. That ain't what that mean. When it's an empty space, it can be filled. That's a void. But what we talking about is actually creating something out of nothing. And that don't exist, bro. So that the whole terminology and the word in that era, that didn't happen like that. No way, impossible. Chaos was always around us, bro. And that's what this is. That's what no other like that is control. It's a cycle, and there's different levels of this cycle. And that's what is being shown right now, while all those other cycles still exist. And the manual of control conks all that, because that stuff come and go. When you more of a foundation, when you last almost forever, bro. And that's where your eternal life lies at. And stability. Being stable. That's the foundation of the kingdom of God. Not, confusion or what you think. Everything came out of something. You thinking that it was always, it's just good, bad, negative, positive. Everything is meant to be, bro. Everything is here. It's good. Everything meant to be. It ain't no such thing as good and bad circumstances, bro. Period. Because the mindset of everybody will agree on doing one. everybody agreeing on doing one thing to get what it's gonna be. That's the whole point of us agreeing and compromising. It's about agreeing and compromising, bro. The law of gravity, bro. People defile everything that you can see right now. The wall, the law of gravity. I'm just say, man, looking at this thing, oh man, you said I can't fly. What you think going on now? Ain't nobody telling that he can't fly. That's just what other people say because they can't fly. But because he said that he can, he created a way for him to fly. And now what you see going around, you got all kind of stuff flying. Even if it happened back in the ancient times, I ain't even talking about the Rice brothers and all that, because there's been so much stuff floating around here before all that stuff. And that's where they breed you at. And start with your mind. We're gonna brainwash you and start feeding you all the stuff on the TV and television. Let's start brainwashing with the colors and situations. Start from the cartoons. We were at Sesame Street. I don't know what it probably was when my mom and dad them was young. They probably looking at something similar, probably the same thing. But most of the time they'll have a 70 or 100-year plan, and then you get what you get. I mean, people who grow crops. Strains of, cannabis or anything. You slice the DNA and you can, if you actually do it the same way, most of the time, the environments, be same. That's why you keep the temperature at a certain temperature because you're trying to, when you actually doing the right thing to get the same results. But if you trying, you ain't gonna do nothing. But if you actually follow in the instructions, you don't try to cook, you cook. You put the ingredients, you do the thing, you fire it up, you put the time on and let everything work what it do. So all these words people be using, oh, it ain't no absolutes and all that. I can't respect that because you absolutely gonna grow. Your teeth gonna come out your mouth. It's not an absolutes on this plane, man. But it's a terminology of how you use the absolutes when it comes to a person don't want to take responsibilities on what they're going to do or what they're scared of or what they're not going to, accept. Because what you ain't going to do, somebody else will. And I was just not a conversation in a disrespectful way, but me and my partner was having a conversation and we got a little greedy, but we had to live a certain way other than other people. We had to travel at night. Couldn't travel in the daytime. I'm talking about history-wise. So this was a whole generation, a couple of generations of people actually this day life. They don't know not to. They supposed to sleep at night and work in the day. They ain't must have had the opportunity. They don't even know what that was about until people got established in certain ways, bro. You know what I mean? Like, just imagine, like, you worrying about paying bills and no man, they didn't must had that problem. They had bigger problems. Had to learn. They had to survive, like literally, nigga. Like not survive like if I don't eat today. Like they had to stay on the move, man. And so it's like that's a different breed of a person to be able to do that, man. Like you think you can be around here running 3 months. 4 months, you done cover down there 3,000 miles on foot or horse, whatever you was hitchhiking. I would try to get around, you know what I mean? You gotta stand in the shadows and moves in the swamps and all this shit, man. Come on. Different types of terrain, and that breeds a certain type of men and women. So that's what I'm telling you. We was bred a certain way, If you want to learn how to play football, you got to be bred a certain way. You finna go to practice, that's being bred. You know what I mean? Learning how to hit, how to take hits. Learning how to have endurance. You got to run. Doing crabbings and doing drills and learning plays and stuff. Trying to learn to communicate with the, with your friends and your partners who you playing with. Learn how to communicate with those guys. You got to go through a whole lot. You being selfish ain't gonna get you nowhere. You're gonna get you kicked off the team. So it's like a lot of these moves and being bred, they're using social networks. They using social, so settings. Like everything that you do, you think that because you know what I mean, you learning how to coexist with another person. And if you don't work, you like a toy get broke, you get they gonna do you just like the handicapper, what they call the other people. And my brother was what you want to call it. They want to say back in the day they used to call the word retarded. Then you want to say handicap. You know what I mean? Then they start giving the terminologies, LD and EH and all these different other words and stuff and that. And then you get to be bred up under certain cast, you say categories and characteristics, because then you start seeing a certain phenotype of a certain person, and you know that person damn near the same thing, like they just came off one of those belts. You know what I mean? Like you be looking all around the world and be like, God damn, man, that man, he looked like the dude that, and he actually sound and talk to him. So like, I'm starting to see it's a lot of people being bred to be the same motherfuckers, bro. All over the world, man. I'm talking about this dude acting like this nigga. Like, he ain't genuine. He ain't the same. If they got all them koofies in and some of them all them long beards, all of them the same. You get your picture. You know what I mean? When you see somebody unique, they stand out beyond imaginable. Everybody want to be around this person and damn near, try to mimic or, they try to be all fancy with the words, but they try to implement, follow up, you try to get the same results. But the same circumstances, people ain't living in the same circumstances, and then we trying to copy people. And you ain't doing the same thing, because you actually looking out on the surface of what people doing, but they eternally, what are they doing to maintain what they have? And that's what y'all missing out on. And then a lot of people ain't really telling you their struggles or how they got to where they got. They just telling you all the good stuff. You know what I mean? Trying to bait you in, and that's how the streets will do you too. When you get out there and they want you to sell drugs, they finna breed you to be a drug dealer. All this is being bred, bro. No matter what lesson this keep. That's what I keep telling. That's what the illusion is, optical, and then it's a mindset, right? Got Marco over there, but what I'm saying is your mind is set how they want it to be. Who set in your mind? Did you set it? The clocks and all the wiring is all the books and the teaching, all that stuff they gave you, bro. That's setting your reality. That's putting your mind in place. Because you have to actually put yourself in other mindsets to actually accept or appreciate the mindset that you do have, that the universe gave you, or what you call it, or whatever you want to call it. But the way they put it, who benefits from it? Is you solely, no matter what, if falsely, unknowingly, because sometimes you benefit from something falsely. You might benefit from him in a negative way, because your surroundings and who you is and who, you know what I mean? You get a bad rap, but all of them, they hang together, so he must be, you know what I mean? That's that kind of stuff. So you really got to be real sharp out here, understanding your value, understanding what you bring to the table within yourself. You keep forgetting, man, the world isn't that? No, this thing here set up to trap you, to use you, misuse and abuse you. You want to be used. That's what services is. That's why you create businesses and stuff to be used, not to be misused. So, the concepts and the wording, the way of life, and the way we decide to interact with each other, that's the main power we have on this planet. It's freedom of choice. choice to learn. If you want to learn how to be a martial artist, even if whatever it takes, so much work. But then when sometimes you really look back at a lot of stuff that you did, it took you put yourself through a whole lot. Well, you should have did some of that stuff because you got in car accidents and you probably fell out of trees and flew up under a car. You got hit by a car and jumped off the roof. Did all kind of stuff. They put your body through all kind of stuff. Got hit by a bat, got hit by a pipe. You know what I mean? All kind of, so then you almost want to say you regret not putting yourself through a lot of vigorous mental stability from the beginning, and control. And then when you get out here, you're out here wilding and, doing wild, crazy stuff when you like, man, I really could have been doing martial arts. I really could have been boxing. I could have been wrestling. I could have been doing something. I mean, it was violent, but it was more of a discipline, not a rage. Well, I can actually rage while I'm doing it, but it didn't stem from that. You know what I mean? Some people stuff stems from rage off rip. That's why they violent off the rip stuff. They violent. You know what I mean? Like we men. Some of, testosterone, period. Most men growing up, we have aggression. That's what it's there for. It's there. We can't, but the point is to learn how to control it and harness it and use it. It's energy like the sun and the moon and all the energy, the wind and stuff that you can use to actually create other energies to make stuff. So that's what I'm learning. That's what all that's supposed to be. Even our emotions. Like, you can't fight them. You can't fight none of those emotions at all. You have to accept every last one of them, bro. I don't care what you is or who you is. It's how you control them or how you deal with the emotions when you actually, you know what I mean? Some of the spare of the moment. I don't know if you ever, actually hit somebody because they hit you, like a reaction, like you, then most of the time you had that control of when somebody hit you where you didn't hit them because of the situation, the value of the situation. You might have been a little kid, and you know what I mean. But unknowingly, somebody slapped you like you didn't know this was gonna happen. If they looking at you or not, you might react like ah, you know what I mean. Like, excuse me, you might react by reacting in a certain way. So it's like the mindset of being primitive. I don't know why they feel like we can't be nothing else, because they do know, because there's got to be other beings out here other than us, because they actually showing us in movies that these certain civilizations, they only must, and it ain't no barbaric systems, all this stuff, or no homeless people. Everything is a high class civilization. They showing y'all high class civilization. So mainly it's like they use your DNA to create, the people that they want throughout the years. And if you ain't useful, and then you ain't putting your DNA to use to whatever, mating with somebody that's gonna be productive and take care of the kids, and you know what I mean, being a man. I'm talking about, I'm a man. I can't talk about the women, but I'm speaking and having kids with the young lady. But you as a man, but then I'm speaking to the everybody. But from this point, you know what I mean, because you have to make a choice who you design to have a baby with. You can't have it laying down with anything. You understand what I'm saying? And just young ladies at the same time, you can't allow to lay down with anything and expect an outcome of peace and comfort when you ain't vetting the situation at the hand and actually respecting and learning of what's going on with life itself. And then people ain't giving people enough time to even discover themselves. They just throw you straight off in the motherfucking shit. You ain't in like a Tibetan Buddhist tomb, or you know what I mean, like your first 10 years, man, you don't do nothing but this. Develop your mind, like seriously. Not just throw you in some class in school and then you come home and some cartoons and some boom zooms and wham runs and this stuff repeats itself. Excuse me. When you see certain coaches in the rite of passage, it's way different, bro. So our rite of passage is going to school and passing grades and getting A's and B's. That's something that they come here to do, but they rite of passage been different. Manhood, womanhood, know how to hunt. And if somebody over here, the woman, I really didn't study a lot of that culture, what the women do for rite of passage, but a lot of men that have to go hunting and probably be in the woods for days at a time. Or they go through different rituals for their manhood. You know, just like any tribe, and you know, you actually look at the livestock and how they react, you know, to one another as they're growing up as cubs and things in the tribes, and you weak nigga, they tossing your behind out there like the hyenas eat you or whatever. You know what I mean? The mother lion, she ain't finna be raising too many cubs, so the weakest cub she gonna eat them and keep the strongest cub or whatever. They got these different. This is nature, you know what I mean? So when I was, you know, actually doing that reality of looking at ritual thoughts and yeah, to talk about the finches and you know, and only the strong survive. When you actually look at it, it only makes sense. When you seen somebody weak running anything, they got some kind of sprint in them, some type of endurance. And you look at like back in our time, like Dennis Rodman, you probably think that nigga weak and soft, man. That man got so much power and strength, he just do whatever he want to do. Man, ride motorcycles and big boy stuff. He can, you know, rebounding, going crazy. He all over the place, flipping and bobbing off. You know what I mean? That's a whole bunch of energy. It's something inside that vessel, and that thing like some atoms bouncing all over the place. You know, some people have a certain genius way of controlling this they reality, because trust me, bro, everybody's reality is freaking weirdly different, bro. Even though we might be looking at the same sun and the moon, and it might just be that reality. Like this, I feel like this is just a dream world, bro. I don't know, man. This is just a real huge dream. You know you're gonna wake up one day, right? But it's a major wake up. It's how you witness, like you went to sleep. You went to sleep, but how you go to sleep and wake up, but you ain't woke up from, you actually still in your dream. You gotta wake up and like 3 times to get out of one dream. So it's like, what about this one? You pass what you think you doing. You waking up from another dream or what? You know, it's an optical illusion, man. And like I always say, man, where you was before you got here, man, stay loving one another, man. Just keep peace and love in your heart. Stay respect. First person to love is to yourself. Look in the mirror every day. Enjoy yourself and create. Imagine. Don't let them take your imagination, man. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and it's your boy Juice Baby in your chest, making it do for the dude. D2C dot biz. Y'all go and holler at that merch. Halloween coming up. Got some things coming out, man. Y'all go check that merch out, man. Go holler at that merch, man. And all the different kind of services that we provide in our network. You already know what this is, man. Juice in your chest, man. I ain't been on here in a minute, you know, because I living life, bro. Like really living life to the fullest, and not out here, and you know, I'm talking about in me, in my mind, like that part. Like once you get that together, man, that's a whole world. That's why people be saying they be in their own world. They don't be too much on this plane with everything that you can just see them outside all day, just walking around and in a matrix. But they be off the grid in a way, you know. And I respect that, because people dealing with this reality, they dealing with themselves. People trying to figure this out. Then you got the other set of people don't care nothing about trying to figure nothing out. They're excited they're here, and that's all they worrying about, the fame of being here, the love and the laughter and the enjoyment and the food and the traveling, and that's their life. Like they every day, they ain't care about no afterlife. That shit happens. Excuse me, it happens. And, they're here now. Like that's what I feel like should be happening, bro. Like just because you're gonna waste a moment trying to, you can figure it out. I mean, you'll never figure it out. Ain't nothing else you doing outside of what you're doing now is gonna get you to know what the freak going on, bro. Unless you live, it's time. One thing the elder always taught me: keep living. Eventually, in certain areas you'll figure it's gonna be like, oh man, the whole time, because when you in something, it's a mindset, and then you might be out of that mindset, and then you'll be able to look at that mindset, but you really can't look at it, or what I want to call, you being aware, but you analyzing it. But you can't analyze it while you in it. That's why you're saying you're on the outside looking in. But if you're on the inside, you can't see on the outside. So if you're on the outside, you can see the inside and the outside. So you able to actually explain and, tell people what you analyzing, because that's what we are. We the observers. So you're observing what you're going through, but you can't see it until you're on the outside of it. So it's a whole lot of going with that there, But like I say, man, be peaceful, love yourself, because I'm working on myself, man. On all the emotions, the anger and the hurt and the pain, that I've been through in my life, as, losing my son and my best friend, or just losing a job, or losing a car, just losing material, just losing the way of life, losing like all that stuff on top of everything else, bro. You don't want to lose your mind, you understand what I'm saying? You want to keep that intact. So that would feel like your mind and your spirit, your body, your soul, that's more important than anything. Because once you attain that, just like the Father's told you, all the rest of the stuff is added. It's just the kingdom of heaven. It's your vessel, is you, bro, the whole time. You living in it, nigga. Who you think? You think you living in this world? No, you living in this vessel. You living now. You able to force the vessel to, this reality. It got treats. You got the beach. You got the water. You got the mountains. You got the canyons. You got the live live. You know what I'm saying? You got the flowers. You got different scents of sands. Man, you can go to different continents and different climates. This is what this is. Don't try to make it ain't what it ain't. Like, this is what this is. And people, they want to do this stuff on their own. They want to be able to enjoy, and they say, oh man, you know what? If everybody, are doing this, that's why they create results. You go and you spend that time with, man, people living just like how you paying to live for these couple of weeks, man. They do that on the regular, like they sharing their way of life with y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all want to live what that was, the old TV show we used to watch, the little surfer, not he wasn't surfing, but the life Baywatch, yeah, Baywatch. You can see the type of people that they characterize, right? You know what I mean? It ain't, everyday people like in certain neighborhoods. It's a certain, like a Hollywood, Bel Air type of, visual that you get from certain situations, And then some people not exposed to certain situations, so it always become something new and interesting to them. You know what I mean? When moms want to take a camera and go in the hood where they ain't never been and try to film and actually adrenaline rushing all the way through their body, and then they able to come back and put it on MTV, and you know what I mean? Like, the exploitation of us as people. It's like making the best product, and people exploiting each product each year, or each quarter, or however you want to call it. You know what I mean? What you think's happening is people being born every day. Every day, people being born. So you think that you just belong to yourself, but it's people already. You look like you got handlers and don't even know it, bro. It's people handling you when you come out the womb. People handling your whole family, the lawyers and doctors. People, there's other families controlling your family. And you don't even know it. You ain't even must peep that. Like, why are these people doing this and da 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 da? Who you think you connected to? You got uncles that married into a certain family. Then you got aunties and grandmas, and you done came from a certain part of the family. You think you just here by yourself. Somebody watching you, somebody looking over you. And people who still attached. But if you detach yourself from family, there's still people out there, even must still monitoring you to say, hey, they already know where you at, when you at. So, you know what I mean? You always being watched and you still attached. Don't never think you ain't. It's just, you just can't be afraid to open your mouth. Like you say, you ain't asked to be here, so you can ask for whatever you want while you here, baby. It's like, straight up. Like, you invited me here, bro. I can't have nothing to drink. You invited me here, bro. I can't have nothing to eat. Like, what the fuck? Like, this what people do. Like, I'm supposed to be over here for 6-7 hours, and you over there got the microwave blasting over the oven or back there doing your thing, and you ain't trying to. You going in the back room, coming back, wiping your face and shit, crumbs on. You been gone like time y'all was on the business call. You back there eating in the back room while a nigga in this bitch hungry as a motherfucker. Why you inviting me over here if that's what you gonna do, treat a nigga like that? You gonna let me smell the good, all the good food. That's how I feel about whoever brought me to the planet, like straight up. You ain't gonna have me here and tease the hell out of me. You see what happens when babies be babies? You get them everything they want. When is the age when you determine, like, I ain't doing this no more? You gonna have to start working for your own shit. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, friends, but that's the age. It is what it is. I go through it. I know it. I had to cut them away, man. Especially when they go to eating too much and still go to overdoing it. Like, hold on, man. Like, I'm looking out at you overdoing it, bro. You understand me? Like, whoa. You can't just take advantage of it. Like, every time you give them something, they snatching it from you. Like then they been anticipating, you know what I mean? Because you done made it a pattern. So around the time that you always give them something, they looking for it, nigga. Yeah, hey, you started this. That's the breeding process. It says, what kind of person are you breeding? Somebody with their hand out? Somebody who gonna afford to work for theirs? You know what I mean? It's only, I mean, it's different levels of breeding that you can do on this plane, man. That's why people look at Animal Planet. Y'all think they got y'all. That's why they be laughing. Why that everything that we do, we mimic animals, bro. Ain't no cartoon or no movie that's gonna show you. Even look at the aliens that you think that them aliens and shit. Man, them little creatures that be in the sea, bro. Everything that's a nigga, they ain't made up nothing. Everything they don't tell you where they get it from. You just gotta be looking at the director, and because back in the time they used to actually show y'all how to, on them DVDs, there'd be some special content, and then the director's cut, and they'll actually show you. Be vigorous now. You want to sit there and look at it, but they'll show you probably like an extra hour or 2-3 hours of how they came out with it, the film, and with the costumes, all that stuff, bro. And then the concept of a lot of this stuff. It's already there. The mirror is the world, bro. And what else we gonna mirror from? You know what I mean? Care Bear from bears. Tiger, lions, and everything that we see, we mirroring it, bro. Even if it's a flower, a peacock, everything. When we wear dresses and y'all wear your hats, going to church with them big old hats on. What you think you looking like a big old peacock or a flower pot or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's beautiful if you could be genuine, and people love how you put it together. It's like this man got a donkey head, a rabbit foot, a pig nose, You know what I mean? And you know how to put it all together and make it look unique, boy. I said somebody else gonna try to follow it. Then they don't know what I'm saying. Try to put them a little something together. You understand me? What I'm trying to tell you? When I'm trying to tell you something. And that's the whole reality of this shit, man. Don't get caught up in nobody else's mindset, bro. Get caught up in your own, bro. Straight up. Because that's how this thing works. That's the rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying? The rabbit hole would be you caught up in somebody else's mindset. Somebody taught you how to be caught up in their mind, and then somebody taught them how to be caught up in it. And the person who taught them was taught to be in it. And that's the big rabbit. You keep going deeper and deeper. Ain't nobody outside of that. And force their own way. And that's why sometimes stuff got to be cut off. You think the universe being mean to you and being disrespectful to you. I'm saying that on my behalf because guess what? I got two brothers and don't have two brothers. I don't have no sisters. Right? I'm the only one in my family that had kids. Everybody else done, you know, it's over for them. They don't got no kids, boy. In reality, what's happening? You know, look at this. We gonna go to this, you know, to the breeding, and what happens in the animal kingdom, man? Somebody trying to, man, continue they legacy, nigga. A tiger, a lion, somebody, nigga. And then that baby, she ain't finna let anybody lie down with her either, bro. It's probably not happening before. They're like, nigga, there's some weak fucking genes that came up out of it. Like, they are already conditioned to take the best genes. They looking, a nigga might, you gotta have a certain vocals. You know what I'm saying? You gotta sound a certain way. You gotta look a certain way. You gotta smell a certain way. All that stuff happening in the animal kingdom. So what you believe and know that happened in our animal kingdom? We animals too. Y'all keep telling us that we separate from them. Different species. How all of us got penises and vaginas. Everybody. Don't give a fuck. The smallest goddamn crustacean got a damn penis and a vagina. Rats and dogs and everything we got the same work. We got the same equipment, bro. We got the same equipment, man. Even plants, morphodikes, and got the same equipment, man. Everything. We tied into one another, bro. Don't try to make it seem same organisms and popped out in all different types of ways and forms, bro. Trust what I'm telling you, man. That's why I would say we know and we accept that we are one, bro, man, this thing will really be able to utopia or destroy itself. You know what I mean? You're going to recognize itself, expand itself, evolution-wise, where you can elevate yourself, or you're going to destroy yourself. You ain't going to like what you is, and then you're just going to keep on doing the stuff that's going to kill you. You're going to die anyway. Fuck it. You know what I mean? You keep it going. You eat it up and spit it out. Or eat it up and shit it out. Yeah. Get it all, man. Once you swallow it, nigga, something got into you. And that's how bacteria survive, man. Look at that universe. You got a universe inside of you. All them damn bugs and creatures living in your ass. What you think? They ain't got a mindset? They trying to control you so they can keep getting this stuff, so they can keep living. That universe gonna die. Nigga, your ass died. You know how many motherfuckers done died? How many organisms done died that's living off of you, bro? That's what this thing's serious, man. So somebody manipulating the mindset. Your gut, it might be, you know what I mean? Your sex drive, something. Your jealousy, your anger, the bitterness, something want to be fed. Something want to be fed that's ruling your world, that's ruling your galaxy, your inner core. So with that heart bumping and boom, boom, and every organism that feeds to that, the heart of your beat. You know, that heartbeat stop, nigga. They know in due time, even some organ niggas still can live, you know, after your death, they still gonna be free, but it's gonna be a different environment for them, you understand? Shit gonna be deteriorating and different smells and yeah, that's a different lifestyle. And you really gotta think about it. People don't think like that. They don't think that deep. What the organisms that's living inside of you. How they living, how you treating them. You making sure they all right? The God that you are. That stuff in you, they ain't even like the heart and that stuff pumping. How you think this stuff keep pumping and stuff? think it's just a piece of meat just popping in. No, man, it's organisms that's in there, man. You got your blood vessels, you got systems going on that's in you. You study those systems, that's the key to you. You study the systems that's running in you. You can, because it's maintained. It's maintained. It's just like a business. It's just like, trust me, I just like the movies. Just two movies. One movie when I was young. I gotta get that movie again. And like it was real people. It was real people. But then it's almost like Honey, I Struck the Kids. I think they did that too. But it was a movie beyond Honey, I Struck the Kids, like a real serious movie. And I think it went through his ear or his nose. And it was a ship. A spaceship, a real freaking spaceship, nigga, going through the lung, going through every part of the body. So there was already structure what they was already promoting, because that's when I started learning about movies, that's all they doing is promoting to the big boys. You ain't even much in that category, so you be just looking at a movie for entertainment. They looking at the movie, looking at all the gadgets in there that's being, you know what I mean, and I'm talking about countries. They're like, hey, man, I don't want to purchase that warhead I seen in that movie you had it, and then somebody gonna get a hold of it. Somebody gonna get it, man. So that's what it is, bro. So I was looking at that movie, and I want to you learn the inner core of your body from head to toe, man, and look at the inner makings. I'm saying all the different organisms that's working together. When you get pathogens in your body, and so you got stuff that make you sick, and then you got stuff that coming in and that's already in you that's activated. And hold on, nigga, get up out of here. And it's just like a war. It's just like a gang war, if you want to call it. You know what I mean? Or wars against countries. It's going on in your body right now, bro. It's just so we are mirroring, and some people so connected to those mindsets where they can actually explain it way more better than anybody. More time, because they have more time on their hands, right? They don't have the responsibilities of being tied into the system where they're actually creating systems. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different ball game, a different mindset. And that's what I love about this world, bro, because it's different levels of mindsets and different levels of thinking. And once you get here, then you look back and say, you ain't went nowhere, but you somewhere. But then you look up in front of you and say, whoa, boy, you got a long way to go. You understand? And I ain't talking about age. I ain't talking about age, bro. I'm just talking about awareness. You know what I mean? Like, aware of what's really going on. Aware of this level and the next level, the level behind that level. And that's being a good chess player. You understand the game. You understand the game. Overstanding. You ain't just, okay, I just know how to make the pieces move, and I know what each piece represent. But then, do you know how to manipulate these pieces? You know what I mean? And that's where the other people come in to be leaders, and they can control people. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. But I'm going back to that movie, man. You study the inside of your body. Study it. You know, yeah, that's one thing nobody really took their time out to do, bro. Ain't none of y'all start to study who you is as a person. Y'all just talking about your mind. I'm just in everything. Study who you is, because you can look at it, bro. You see animals that's in certain environments, like the koala bear, bro. You ain't never seen that dude run around eating no meat, trying to do something outside of what his anatomy, what he built to do. And take that koala bear out of his environment, bro. Absolutely, he gonna die. Absolutely, he gonna get some disease and go through depression. And we the same, bro. Because you can adapt, that don't mean that's what that's for. It's been adaptation gonna change something else inside of you that supposed to be activated. It's gonna shut down something, and it's gonna activate something else. Let me repeat myself. It's going to shut down something and activate something else. Like that gene that supposed to have been not shut down, You don't know what kind of life you would have lived, but that would have been. It would have been. I'm talking about great Potopia life now, but just the range of possibilities that life would have brung you if the Mars would have took you and put you on that ship. Did anything. A person got kidnapped, got into a car accident. A person who wanted to play football and he got shot when he was a jit. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. So the circumstances alone that we put ourselves in, or mom put us in, that alone is a projection, a determination of where your life goes. Like a pebble on a freaking gravel on a pavement, a 300-pound, 600-pound bike it can derail something that's going 150 to 200 miles per hour. That rock sitting a certain way or a certain mass, it's all over with. So this is precise. Every move that you make, like guaranteeing you, it's predestined. It's predestined. But you able to enjoy it though. And you able to go through the changes in your predestination. You can go through that other door. Yeah. Yeah, you can go around the other corner. And you can double back and then go back the other way. Yeah, but don't ever make it seem like one way that you go, that's the only way that you can go. You can take many freaking roads to the destination. If that was a one way, then, I mean, you making your other ways. Because a one way is just determined if you on car or on foot. A one way don't stop nobody from doing nothing. A one way that just means it's a wall, and that wall always can be penetrated. That wall might be a bridge. The wall might be on the side of a complex. It's a dead end. Like I say, man, this life is like a huge maze. It's very huge. And every maze got 90-degree corners. So they all gonna look similar but different. The mirage, when you get in different environments, it's like it's raining and then it's hot. When it's snowing, it's cold, and it's windy. All those different climates. You ain't gonna get the same feeling with those climates. When it's hot, nigga, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna be sweating. And whatever it feel when you get hot, what happen when you get hot? And you will start taking stuff off. Your shirts come off, you might have less clothes on. That's, then depends on if you got that good AC, then you go in the house and bundle up, If it's raining, what you do? Everybody know what they do, man. You just run out there and play in it. Yeah, man. Shoot, that's what we used to do when it rained back in the Can't even do that no more. And get sick. We went and got sick. We got sick. Sometimes we got sick less times than we didn't. I'm trying to remember, but those times we got rain, we got wet. Why did the freak we get sick? Because the climate change, the atmosphere, whatever. Like, you might be soaking wet and then walk into a cold. That's the only reason why we got sick. But if you got soaking wet and you walked to your house and your house wasn't cold and you took your clothes up and then jumped in the shower, and you ain't get sick like that. But if you was wet, soaking wet, like you know what I mean? Like, say for instance, you got wet going to school, nigga. You know the school cold, and even the cafeteria sometimes be in there freezing like a mud, bruh. Yeah, man, so Yeah, man, right now I'm just rambling, man, having a conversation with y'all. Miss y'all, man. 2003. Oh, man. Supposed to came this thing. Woo! Fresh as January, but you know, life happens, circumstances, mindset. I desire, I'm telling you, I'm working on my mind. And I mean, that's one of the biggest things that's it. Because I've been through too much. With a lot of stuff that happened, I've seen a lot. I've seen a whole lot of stuff. So it's like, me personally, not nobody else. I'm respecting my reality, and I ain't going by what nobody telling me. I'm looking at my experiences, and I'm looking at this as simple as possible. You try to make it too graphic and too complicated, man. You ain't gonna get it. You trying to copycat what other people done said. You don't really want to tell people what it really is or what you saying. And that's what I'm here I'm here to tell you what I'm not repeat what nobody's saying. And a lot of this stuff you're going to hear from me is going to be some probably stuff you probably never heard. Some stuff, it's going to be some stuff you thought about, want to say. Or there's going to be some stuff that you done talked about in your own circles. You understand what I'm saying? But this mainly ain't going to be like the norm, because digging deep. Deep thoughts. Like, ain't nobody really talking about what, like, really the anatomies of their body. Like, do you feed your brain? You just eat yourself. But do you feed your brain, period? Like, nigga, every organ in your body, I have to write it down. I'm glad I'm recording this. Because I've been supposed to be on, a lot of stuff. You got to be making, I can't, okay. Y'all be getting my game room, but like I said, you know what I mean? Because, I'm going to just put on, create courses and create directional quality information, man. It's just like reminding the elders that they got to renew their licenses. People be on this planet for so long, some people forget about certain stuff, but if you can create a system that actually create direction, people pay for that. People pay for information, bro. That stress me, man. People pay for information. People paid to have an edge, and that's like for information. People pay to have an edge, so you create a direction for a person to go, like a map. You know what I mean? So you create your own map. Just like when you go to like when we used to go, I used to love the maps when I was a JIT. When I used to go to the, where I come from, you saying the word JIT on Miami. I'm from Florida. When y'all was a shouty youngster, young boy, we used to go to the youth fair, man. And I used to, because sometimes you find Waldo, all that crap, that's the mindset, making those, that's what they did for us in that time. So just looking at all those colors and looking at where you're going to go in and you actually using that map to walk around, you feel for real time, you know what I mean? Right now, you got your phone, your phone, and it's true. But just, you know what I mean? Just like, cause we came from that mindset, that era, you know what I mean? When they talking about treasure hunts and just that point mindset, just willing to find something, So that was exciting. Just to look at the map and say, okay, boy, I was on this, boy. Here go the double loop, boy. Get the big old Ferris wheel, man. Where them corn dogs at? Oh, the big turkey. They got churches in here. Saying, to go to cows. Yeah, boy, I'm going to that exhibit over there. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's painting a map for people. And that's what's going to advance you, man. And whoever need to hear this, that's what need to be said at the time. People looking for a way out. You want to invest in yourself, invest in your ideas, invest your time within your time, because every day you get up for somebody else, they done put their plan together on how they want to live their life, and now they got you a part of their life. You know what I mean? You got to remember that. Or your boss man, whoever, somebody took their time out, said, I'm not working for nobody. I'm going to create my own business, and whoever around me, I'm put my pennies together, but they really put it together. You just can't just think about it and quit your job and don't have nowhere to fucking go. Go ahead and put it together while you at your little gig, and make sure you keep using your money that you working for, because that's what it's for. You pay your little bills, but use your money to invest into yourself. Put yourself in a better position, man. That's what this is all about. It's about you forging your way while you on this plane. It ain't about you copying nobody, doing what everybody else doing the norm. You supposed to come here and do something great. Be a creator. Be somebody particular, different, you know. And every day, this is, you know, do what you got to do to stay true. That's the song I wrote, man. Yeah, man, you already know, man. It is what it is. This is your boy Juice, baby. I'm in your chest making it do what it do. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, man. Hit the merch, hit the merch, hit the merch, hit them hoodies, man. I need to see some of y'all in them hoodies, man. We got some of that good stuff for, like I say, Halloween. We're going to do stuff for each y'all little holidays. We're going to do something for each holiday, each little holiday. And, we actually, for each item you buy and purchase, we also donate that to a charity. So make sure you inbox us, catch us on our email us and let us know what y'all desire to hear. Ideas that y'all can give us to help us grow, man. That's what we here. We here for one another, and I love y'all. Respect what everybody doing. Make sure y'all stay tuned, man. And this is for Derek Day's second corporation, a memorial for my son. The reason why we did this, and it's been a ride, man. And y'all continue to look out for the newest information coming out. Y'all check out our blog, magazines coming out. Y'all can go check out the old ones. And that's about it, man. And everybody on the team. Everybody on the team, man. On DD2C.biz, my wife, and our partners. Angela and my sister-in-law, and everybody else that been helping us support this ride, man. I appreciate y'all. I just know that we gonna do better, and we need to do better as a community of humans, different shades. You know what I mean? That's it, bro. Different color, different shade, different textures of hair. Like, what make us not different from the animal kingdom, where everybody in the kingdom, you stepped across the line, you know, meanly, you get disrespected. But then, see, I think that's what they be showing people, right? But then I start looking at unusual situation where I believe it might be the norm, but they saying it's unusual for a lion to look after the gazelle. He ain't even much trying to kill him, the baby gazelle. He was hurt, and I seen it. And I don't know if he was baiting him and just wanted him to friend. And so somebody showing somebody violence, somebody breeding something to be something other than what it's supposed to be. And that's all I've been saying. That's what this episode is about, man. Watch the illusions on the breeding. They breeding you, and the illusion is to just think you just out here sprouting on your own, and you just living, and oh, God got something to do with how you getting bred. No, they got something to do. They give you them ghosts to live in. I'm saying what a ghost is. You can say what you want, but just like I told you, bro, somebody can, what witchcraft is, and it's a big thing, bro. Good things with the word game. Words. Words is spells. Spells is words. Words will spell bind you. Music, sounds, vibration, all that stuff. Ting tong chang, all that chant, all that stuff go along with the ritual, bro. Look back in the past, bro. Don't take my word for it. Do all the research you need to do. I'm just telling you, don't come up from up under that spell, bro. Get your behind from up over there, man. What I'm saying is, do you. Even if you want to be up under the spell, just recognize that's what it is. You can have fun, enjoy yourself. You already know what it is, man. I'm telling you, I don't want to get off this thing, but I know I have to, bro. But I'm gonna get with y'all, man. So, like I keep telling y'all, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the like button. Happy holidays. Peace.